Counting down now, night two of the Democratic Convention. 6 months ago, Joe Biden was on the ropes after bruising defeats in the Democrats' first two contests. I want to bring in Karl, Rove, Fox's contributor in Washington, D.C. I hope you feel comfortable there. How are you doing? Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
I want to bring you back 6 months and about 2 weeks, okay? Then you can tell me the strength of the Biden-Harris ticket based on really what we saw in Iowa. Here we are, early February. First and second place finished very close. Warren is third. Joe Biden is fourth in Iowa. Then we went to New Hampshire about a week later, and here were the results. Sanders, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, and then Biden was fifth. The person you do not see on the board is Kamala Harris, as you know and can recall. She withdrew before Christmas time, Karl. How do you now gauge the strength of this ticket based on past performances?
Well, let's divide the ticket in two. Biden, you have to give him his due. Think about this. He loses the first two, running fourth and fifth. When he gets to be second in Nevada, the third contest, he's got less than half the vote of the guy who comes in first, Bernie Sanders. It's only in South Carolina that he breaks through, and he does so with the support of African-American voters, particularly older black women. He just comes pumping through, and from then on, the contest is over. So you have to give him his due. He has achieved what nobody has ever been able to achieve, and that is receive his party's nomination after losing not one, not two, but the first three contests. Pretty remarkable. Look, how did he do it? He is the most traditional Democrat, and you saw it earlier in your interview of Senator Klobuchar. If he echoes her rather than her Senate colleague Bernie Sanders, he's got a better chance at winning. That is to say, if he says, I'm a Democrat, but I've worked over the last 47 years with Republicans and Democrats alike in order to get things done. That seems to me a more powerful message for the swing voters in this election than the message that Bernie Sanders delivered last night, which is, I expect you, Joe Biden, to deliver on all these liberal promises in the 150-page document that your people and my people worked up together. Kamala Harris, that's a separate question. I think, look, with all due respect, she's an historic figure, first black woman vice presidential running mate in history. That gives her into the history books. But her campaign didn't. She had one moment where she basically accused Joe Biden of being a racist, but otherwise her campaign was a dismal failure, riven by internal disputes, no consistency about what the message was, no theme. Every week we had a new slogan, terrible fundraising, great start in Oakland with a great speech in her hometown, but it went downhill rapidly from there. And remember, she's out before Robert Francis O'Rourke and Julian Castro, which says something.